YouTube peoples. So I know it's been a while, and as you can tell, I've changed my channel name because I think Kitty's Craft and Cat Adventures better represents what my channel is all about, which is basically crafting and being the best cat mom that I can possibly be. So I'm starting a new series on this channel. I'm gonna do maybe 2 to 3 vlogs a week, and it's gonna be called My Pregnant Cat Diaries. If you've been following me on Twitter or Instagram, you know that about 3 weeks ago I found a pregnant cat. Everyone, meet Willow. This is Willow. I found her about 3 weeks ago right outside my apartment, and I didn't know at the time, but she was pregnant. We took her to her first vet appointment, she got her shots done, and the vet just thought that she was a little too skinny to get spayed at the time because she was just malnourished, being out on the streets for several days, not eating. So we had to wait a couple weeks in order to get her spayed, and 2 weeks later she threw up, had diarrhea, and refused food. So immediately I'm panicking, something's wrong with my new cat, oh my god, I'm freaking out, I think she's dying. We rushed her to the vet, and they couldn't figure out what the hell was wrong with her. They finally had to take x-rays and realized that she's pregnant. So she's carrying at least 2 as far as we can tell, and she's roughly 5 weeks along now. Cat pregnancies last typically about 65 days, so that's about 2 months. And she's probably about a month, a little bit over a month along. So for the next few weeks, I'm going to be doing vlogs and telling you guys how she's doing and giving little updates on her life, and also introducing you to my other 2 cats and telling amusing stories about them. I'm going to try to film around her napping time because she needs to sleep a lot. She's very tired, she's carrying a bundle, and she's only 6 months old, which means she got pregnant during her very first heat, which means that she never got to be a kitten and she just doesn't know how to play. My other 2 cats are pretty okay with her. Simba doesn't love other cats, so he was just kind of ignoring her for now. He just doesn't really pay attention to her. She's just there and he's just okay with it. 2 days that we got her, he smacked her around very playfully, and she yelled at him, so he knew to back off immediately. Salem, on the other hand, is totally in love with her. Salem follows her around everywhere. She looks distressed or that she's scared, he always runs up to her. Earlier I was vacuuming and she got freaked out, and she ran up on the table to be near Salem, and she immediately stopped freaking out. It's like he's her protector. He's like the Ser Jorah to her Daenerys Targaryen. Let's do introductions. This is Simba. He's 9, he's gonna be 10 in December, and I've had him since the day he was born. He was born at my parents' house back when my parents had a cat and I had another cat, and yeah, he ended up being born at home. His mom disappeared one night when I was out, and he cried and cried for her for like 2 weeks. It was really sad. And for several years I didn't have any other cats, it was just him. So he was very not used to having other cats in the house. So when we got Salem, I was really freaked out that they wouldn't get along, and they ended up becoming like best friends. They're so gay for each other. They love the crap out of it. They groom each other every day. They like take naps next to each other. He's a little too tough to sleep like with him. He's a little much of a tough macho dude to like cuddle with him, but oh, they love each other so goddamn much. It's so freaking sickeningly cute. And this crazy bastard is Salem. This creature is pretty much my baby. He's like the sweetest, the cutest cat ever. I always wanted to have a black cat ever since I was a teenager. And one time, I was about 3 years ago now, I was walking around our neighborhood and I saw that this stray cat had given birth on one of our neighbor's lawns. And I asked him if I could take one of the kittens because, you know, Simba was alone and we had just moved to a new apartment, and I thought maybe he could use a friend. And they had a black one. And I looked at him and I just knew his personality was just shining through his big green eyes, and I just knew that this was my baby. He has anxiety and he is very afraid of meeting new humans, but when it comes to other cats, he's like the nicest. He will run out. If there's a stray cat walking around outside, he will beg to go outside and he will run up to it and he will give it kisses. Like, he is so supremely sweet. And Willow trusts him. She somehow just began to trust him after a few days, and she just knows that he would never ever harm her. So after I found Willow, my neighbor and I also discovered that she's not alone. She apparently had a family. My theory is that somebody abandoned her because it was her mom, her, and her brother. Either somebody had a pregnant cat or just wanted to get rid of a cat and her kittens because they just appeared behind our building overnight. It was so sudden. I borrowed a trap from my vet and I managed to trap the mom, and we took her to a local shelter. I call and check up on her every day, and I've gone to visit her twice now. This is Mama Cat. Hi, Mama Cat. Hey, little sweetie. How you doing? Yeah. Oh. She's doing really well. I really wanted her to get off the streets for several reasons. One, there are coyotes in this area, and they frequently eat pets in this area. There's constantly postings of like cats and little dogs disappearing. Reason number two, our neighborhood cat Nimbus is very territorial. He will beat up every cat that steps into his territory, and I caught him beating the crap out of her. At around like midnight one night, I had to run out with a spray bottle. Me and a neighbor were trying to break them up. It was insane. So that was another reason that I wanted her off the street. And the third reason is she's now getting regular food. It was really difficult for me to keep feeding all these extra cats. I already have 3 in a 1-bedroom apartment. Now I had to also go crawl around and try to feed all these other cats. It was getting bad. So she's doing really well at the shelter. She has a chance. She's not feral. She's very nice. She's just very scared. The reason I think that these cats were owned by somebody is because they know human things. Willow knew the litter box right away, which, you know, most cats do, but okay. But Willow also knew human food. She kept asking for cream cheese and all these like human things. Normally cats that are strays don't really know food like that and don't really recognize it. For those of you who are wondering about this, we did have a chance to terminate her pregnancy for free, but I decided not to do that because I think she's been through enough. She was very malnourished and very like afraid, and she slept for the first 2 days. She just couldn't stop sleeping. She was so tired. So I just didn't want to put her through that, and she's only carrying 2, maybe 3 kittens. I'm not really worried about finding the kittens a home. I'm more worried about finding her mom a home. I never found her brother. I have no idea what happened to him. I tried to trap him, and I've been putting food out for several days, and after a while he was gone. Either a neighbor picked him up and took him inside their home, or maybe he moved on to a different area because Nimbus, the neighborhood cat, scared him off. Willow is doing really well. She gets a ton of food. She asks for food all day long. She's always so hungry. Poor pregnant thing. Hey, little Willow. You ready for your food? Yeah? You so hungry? Yeah? You so hungry all the time? Yeah? And what is that exactly? Because someone has babies in her belly. That's right. That's why you're hungry all the time. You know, she's slowly walking around and discovering her surroundings, so she's feeling more comfortable at her new home. And she still sleeps a lot because she's pregnant and very tired. So I think this will be the end of this first entry. Willow's gonna go rest because she's very sleepy and she needs her little afternoon nap. Look at her, she's falling asleep already. My baby squirrel. And I will see you guys next time with a new update. Thank you for watching. Bye.